Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.
The state of the dart center here at Car Talk Plaza.
Oh, man.
Tell us about your dart, Tom.
I mean, how long have I had the dart?
Way too long.
I mean,
its time had come.
Its time came.
Thank
Man,
God.
you talk about sad. I mean, this was one of the saddest moments of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I mean...
And your wife was so jubilant. I mean, she never thought she'd see the day when the dart was euthanized.
I mean, I didn't even see it until days after this happened. My son. I don't want to get the guy in trouble, you know?
Any more than he's already in.
I mean, he has in a year. He's had his license, what, a year?
Yeah.
He's totaled 2 cars.
Yeah.
And
been instrumental in the destruction of many others.
Instrumental in the destruction of the dart. Not that he was you can't blame him.
Let me set the stage. It was a beautiful pre-spring day. One of those days you get in the winter here in New England where the sun is out and it's about 64 degrees. An unexpected day.
An unexpected
and
day.
he and his school chums decide that they want to take a ride to celebrate the early arrival of spring.
I don't even know where they went.
They were going to Dunkin' Donuts.
Where else?
Of
course. They were going to Dunkin'. They had the top down.
The top was down because it was a beautiful day, and there they were sitting at a traffic light.
Minding their own business. He stopped at a traffic light. Out of nowhere.
Fortunately, directly behind an ambulance.
Yeah, right. Directly behind an ambulance. They're sitting there, and out of nowhere, don't forget, it's a beautiful spring day. It's in the 60s. And the town is testing the brakes of the snowplows. That's how they do it. They drive down the busiest street in town, and they test the brakes.
What better test?
And it's good because if the brakes don't work, you just drop the plow and use the plow on the pavement as brakes, which is what they do. And they plow into, as they say, the back end of the dart. The thing, I mean, and don't forget, this is a snow plow truck. So not only does it plow into the back of the dart, but it proceeds to push the dart into the ambulance, which is stopped at the light in front.
One of those 13-wheelers or something,
exactly.
Right?
It's like a semi with a plow on the front. The dart, you talk about... Whew, I mean, it gets towed away, of course. They go to the hospital and they get their obligatory, what do you call those? Neck braces. And just yesterday, I managed to go to the yard where it's been towed. And I walked into the yard, and I tell you, I was speechless.
You were crushed, so to speak, just like the dart's going to be in a few days.
I was absolutely speechless. The dart, if ever the word totaled could be used, there isn't a square inch of that dart that... I mean, ugly as it was.
Well,
it's a lot more ugly when you shave it up into little pieces.
Well, if you want to see what it looks like, and it is interesting that how little structural integrity Bondo has. if you want to see pictures of what's left, it's on the website.
It is on the website.
And it's the Car Talk section of cars.com. You can go and visit the dart. And my brother's been on every day visiting.
Yeah, and I would like to know. I mean, here it is. It's still there in the yard where it got towed. And the question is, what do we do with the dart now? I mean, there have been several suggestions made that you might be interested in adding to. But the several suggestions that I can think of now are, one was someone said we should take it and take little pieces of it and crush them up into little cubes or something and make it into paperweights.
Yeah.
That would be kind of demeaning, I think.
Yeah, but we might make some money off it.
But we might make a couple of bucks out of it. A lot more than it's worth.
And Tommy's idea was to shape the thing into a huge cube with a crusher and put it in his backyard.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to build a giant altar.
Yes.
And put the dart on top of the altar so people could come and pray to the great god Dart.
Draw.
And people could come, with their crutches and their wheelchairs.
And their slipping transmissions.
And they could fix whatever. I think the dart has that power.
Healing power.
So, I mean, that was my idea. But if you have any ideas of what we could do with the remains of the dart, send us a little note.
Stick it what? Where?
There will be a place on the website, cars.com, Car Talk, and let us know what you think we ought to do with it, because it's not going to be there long. That's it.
We hope.
It's a sad day for me and a sad day for many.
And he's been in mourning for weeks now.
I have been in mourning. It's been.
It's good to have you back, man.
Oh man. I'll try to cheer up, but you know it isn't going to be easy.
No, it's going to be a morose show, I can tell.
is,
If you'd like to call us, the number is 888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello.
I'm Marga from Sonoma, California.
Marga?
Marga.
Marga. You know, it should be Marga. I mean, of course, duh. Margot is a male name. It ends with an O.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
This is a different name altogether.
Yes.
Different root.
Different, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it is spelled just M-A-R-G-A, or is there an H,
exactly
a couple
right.
of H's
That's
in there?
Exactly how it's spelled.
And where are you from?
Sonoma, California.
And what is the origin of the name Marga?
Well, I used to tell people it was Swedish, but then I went to Sweden.
And there's no one named Marga there.
And everyone said to me, that's a pretty name. Is that an American name? So who knows?
Oh, so you don't know.
I really don't. I was named after my aunt. That's all I know.
Are you sure that your parents weren't at a Jimmy Buffett concert?
I wouldn't lay money on it.
They may have been.
They may have been. So what's going on, Marga?
Well, I have a
Ritaville.
1985 Nissan Stanza wagon. And I have a little bit of trouble making a right turn. I can't really make a right turn. I can go straight. I can make a left turn with no problem at all.
Yeah.
But when I go to make a right turn, it's kind of like a Big Mac truck that needs 3 lanes to do it.
Oh.
And it kind of veers to the right.
Oh.
And it's very, very hard to turn the steering wheel.
To the right.
To the right.
To the right. The left, no problem. I can make it around town making all left turns.
And
3 lefts make 1 right, so.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like
But-
2
two
wrongs
rights.
make a right, too. Let's not forget that. So you go through 2 stop signs, it's the same as taking a right.
So my question is this something that I can repair? Because I've been putting steering fluid into it leaks. It has been leaking for a long time.
Oh, yeah, and the reason it leaks is because the bushings in the rack and pinion are so worn out that it's causing the rack to bind. This is very dangerous.
Jeez, Marga, I mean, how long have you been doing this?
Not long.
No, you shouldn't do it a minute
are
longer.
Are we talking minutes, days, hours, weeks? It's been weeks,
It's
hasn't
been
it?
months.
Weeks.
I'll tell the truth. All right, months.
No, all right, months.
Yeah, no, it's
here's the
it's
thing.
really dangerous, Marga.
Yeah, I have another car, so
Oh,
I don't
good.
use it. But
You got to fix it.
no, but should I get it fixed or should I sell the car?
Well, you'd have to junk the car. I think it would be.
Yeah.
You couldn't sell it to them. How could they take a test drive? You'd say, well, drive down here and take a left. Okay, now when you get to the next corner, take another left.
No, don't take a right because they're all
Oh, yeah,
dead
there's
ends.
construction going on there. The street's all blocked up. How do you like it so far?
See, it would be a challenge.
It would be, yeah. It would be. So but you've got to get it fixed because eventually
Yes.
you won't be able to make left-hand turns either. And what's even worse is that if you ever had to make an emergency maneuver,
We wouldn't do it.
you wouldn't be able to do
Yeah,
it.
and you could hurt somebody.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
We don't want to do that.
So-
It's not worth it.
Okay.
If you are going to continue to drive it, I would tow it to your repair shop and tell them to put a rebuilt rack and pinion in.
A rebuilt rack and pinion.
Yeah, and it's going to cost a few $100s. We have to warn you about that.
Well, that's actually not as much as I thought. I thought it would be like in the thousands.
No.
No.
I mean, it may turn out that you need a power steering pump or you need hoses too. I mean, that's a possibility. But just for the rack, it's probably $500 or $600 at the most.
Oh, now first it was a couple hundred.
That's a couple in mechanics.
Well,
talk.
yeah.
A couple in mechanics talk is $500, isn't it?
Okay.
It's under 1,000, so therefore it's a few $100s.
Yeah, a couple of hundred.
You just kind of round it up that way.
We
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, and I think I may junk it, but
Yeah, you may want to.
Well, yeah, but under no circumstances let anyone drive it.
all right. I hear you.
See ya, Marga.
I'll swallow the keys.
Okay, thanks for your call.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I wonder if her parents considered Rita as another possible name.
Like Margarita?
Yeah, or Vil.
Her middle name could have been Rita.
Maybe
Margarita.
Maybe her middle name is Rita. And she never put the 2 things together.
Hey, we've got more calls on the puzzler answer coming up right after this.
This message comes from Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. You can send, spend, and receive in up to 40 currencies with only a few simple taps. Be smart. Get Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. T's and C's apply. Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.
Hi, we're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers, and we're here to talk about cars, car repair, and the answer to last week's puzzler.
What was the question?
Last week? That was last year. Here it is. You're going to remember this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe. A guy came into the shop with his Volvo on the back of a tow truck. He walks in and says, I'm in trouble, guys. I need your help. So we immediately do a Dun & Bradstreet on him and finally agree to take his case.
Yeah.
He says the clutch cable has broken 5 times in the last 5 months. I asked what happened, and he said, I don't know. I had a new clutch put in 6 months ago, and when they put the new clutch in, they advised me to put a new cable in, and I said, go ahead. A month later, they closed up shop and headed for some unknown Pacific island. The clutch cable breaks. So the guy continues his story. He says that he puts a new clutch cable in, thinking the one the shop put in was defective. A month later, that cable breaks. Another month goes by, and that cable breaks. By this time, he says, I was at my wit's end, and I figured the clutch had to be defective, so I brought it to another shop, and what? They installed a brand new clutch.
Oh.
And, of course, what?
I just want you to know, I still don't remember this puzzler.
Well, I don't either, but I'm hoping that in reading it here, my memory will be jogged.
Yeah.
And a month later, the cable breaks again, and he says, Sonia Henny's tutu. And I asked him under what circumstances it breaks, and he said, I start the car, I go to drive it away, I step on the clutch, or I go to shift it into gear. I get to the corner, for example, I shift into neutral, I wait for the light to turn green, I step on the clutch, and the cable breaks.
Jeez.
I said, oh, my God. And I asked him if the car starts now. He says, I don't bother to start it. Since the cable was broken, what was the sense? And I say to him, I bet it won't start. He said, well, why shouldn't it start? Started yesterday. It's got nothing to do with the clutch. Anyway, we go out to the car and turn the key.
Dead.
Starts right up. No, it won't start. And he asks, what does that have to do with my clutch cable breaking? And I say,
everything.
Everything.
Is this the same old chestnut that we've used about 5 times?
You have to spoil everything. And you wonder why I have no sympathy about your dart. You wonder.
Well, you understand now why I remember the puzzle, because you've used it 5 times.
I haven't used it 5 times. It just seems that way.
Twice.
This is the second time it's ever been used.
Oh, okay.
The first time was 19 years ago when I first saw this happen.
Excellent. What a memory I have.
Yeah, you do. Too bad you don't use it once in a while. And so the question was, why was the clutch cable breaking? Well, what had happened when the original guys put the clutch in, they failed to put in a little tiny piece of wire that goes from the engine block to
the body
of the car, and is the conductive path for electricity that goes from the battery to the starter motor, through the block, to the body of the car, and ultimately back to the battery. And in the absence of this cable, the electricity must find a new conductive path to get from the battery through the starter and back to the battery. Because this cable's missing and there's no other conductive path, it uses the clutch cable and it burns it up.
Says
it makes it brittle.
You ain't got no path for me, I'm going to find one.
Right, and what finally happens is it burns up the cable. You step on the cable that one last time, and the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back comes into play. The cable breaks.
Whoa.
And then it won't start. And that's why I asked him if the engine would start. And when he said, I don't know, I said, I bet it won't, because now he had no conductive path because the cable was broken and the car wouldn't start at all. And we put in a new clutch cable and a 25-cent piece of wire, for which we charged him $80. And he was on his way. And who's our winner this week?
The winner!
Tommy.
What? The winner is what? Tom Tootshavers from Lincoln, Rhode Island. Boy, that must be Dutch. Huh? You figure?
Could be.
From Lincoln, Rhode Island, and for having his correct answer chosen from among the thousands of correct answers that we got this week, our pal Thomas will get a $25 gift certificate to the Car Talk Shameless Commerce Division, with which he can pick up our new puzzler book, A Haircut in Horsetown, and have almost enough left over to pay for the shipping and handling.
That always gets it. Anyway, we will have a brand new puzzler coming up in the third half of today's show. In the meantime, we'd love to take your calls at 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hello from Somersworth, New Hampshire.
Somersworth.
To whom are we speaking?
This is Marshall Malone.
Hi, Marshall.
Hi, my wife and I, we used to be big fans of yours until we saw your faces on that 60 Minutes episode.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Wait, where's Somersworth? Way up?
What? Do you know where Portsmouth, New Hampshire is?
Yes, I do.
I'm 12 miles north.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You're relatively close by.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is close by. My wife and I saw on that 60-minute episode that you guys were stuffing your faces with cheap salsa and chips. And we said, well, gee, we're only an hour away now. We ought to bring some over. But we were afraid that we might lose a hand if we handed it off to Lawler.
Many have.
Yeah, so we might just chuck it through the window at Car Talk Plaza.
Well, what do you mean you're only an hour away? Where were you before? Where'd you move to?
Well, we moved from Alabama, which sort of brings me to my question.
Alabama.
Yeah.
That's like south of here, isn't it?
Yes.
It's quite a bit south. And when we moved up here, we've been posed with a few problems that we're not accustomed to.
I'll bet.
Snow, for one.
Snow, yeah.
Yeah, and salt corrosion.
So what do you got for a car?
Well, actually, I've got a question. There's a house down the street that has an 89 Jeep Wagoneer for sale.
Mm-hmm.
It's white with that Brady Bunch wood paneling on the side.
Is this
cool,
a Grand Wagoneer?
I think it is. And I'm not really knowledgeable about what the salt's going to do to this area, but it's been sitting out in front of their house for about a year now.
Ah.
I'm in love with that car, though.
Well, the salt would do less if it's sitting there than if it's been driven.
Yeah.
Well, sure, because the way the salt works, its magic is it constantly gets to bombard the undercarriage as you drive down the road. There's no salt where this thing is parked. I mean, the salt doesn't come down with the snowflakes.
No?
That would be an interesting...
What a great idea!
Wouldn't it?
It's like George Carlin.
Like
He says, why don't they put the mayonnaise right in with the tuna fish?
Right, why don't they?
Why don't they put the salt in with the snow?
They can seed the clouds.
Seed the clouds with salt.
Little granules.
Frank, you've come up with another great one.
The body shops will love you.
And all of it would melt as soon as it hit the ground.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Kids would get to see the snowfall, except it wouldn't collect. It would be perfect.
Wow.
I'm going to get right to work on it. I haven't got time to talk, Marshall.
Okay.
No, but the truth is the fact that this thing is sitting there in someone's yard hasn't been detrimental. In fact, it's been beneficial to it.
Yeah, it has.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but it may be sitting there because the engine's seized, or the engine may be seized because it's been sitting there.
Well, they say they've got a new engine and a new transmission on it.
Oh, you've talked.
Well, I called them, and there's a sprinkling of surface rust around the car.
Yeah.
And I've seen this, and I think I can needle them down to about 2,800.
If the rust is just like the stuff that you can see on the outside, the superficial stuff on the body, that's okay. You just want to make sure that it isn't structural, so that the frame itself is not rusted through, and things like brake lines and gas lines are not rusted through.
But that stuff is easily fixed. You want to make sure that the body is all right, not going to rust away, and more importantly, the frame is not going to break in half, which it probably won't.
The frame is the big issue.
You want to make sure, naturally, that the engine and transmission are still usable. Even though they claim that they've been rebuilt, they may have been rebuilt badly, and that's why they're not driving it anymore.
So don't just forget about it and buy a Dodge Durango. I need to...
No, you don't want to do that. No, I think you should. This is a nice vehicle. You're going to love it.
Yeah?
But you do have to be a little careful because it's been sitting there for a year, not for no reason, obviously. But that is a nice vehicle, and everyone who has ever owned one of those has loved it.
Great.
For 2 months. See you, Marshall.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good luck, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Going from Alabama to New Hampshire, that must be an interesting cultural shock.
I bet it isn't much of a cultural shock.
I'm wondering about that.
No.
Wow.
No, it's
I'm not sure. I don't get it.
it's a rural mentality probably in both of those places. He's with country people, and he's probably in his element. I think he must love it.
Geez,
Except he's freezing his butt. Other than that, he must love it.
Hey, besides all that, do you know what it's time for?
Time to try and convince the IRS that bribing the FCC is a legitimate business expense?
No. It's time to play Stump the Chumps. Well, every once in a while, we let a previous caller back onto the show to find out whether our advice was good, bad, awful, horrendous, libelous, or whatever.
So who's this week's contestant?
This week's contestant is Alison, whom I don't remember, a wee Scottish lass living in Denver, Colorado. I'm beginning to remember her.
I have no recollection.
We have notes here, though. Don't worry. She called us a few months back because her 94 VW Golf was having trouble starting in the mornings.
Yeah. It's like...
Okay, but does it crank slowly or does it crank at the regular speed? Here's regular speed. Here's slowly. Slowly.
Oh.
Tell me you want your money back on the spark plugs, the wires, the cracked breather.
The breather.
And everything else they might have done.
The breather.
If you told them that...
So once we overcame the language barrier, the breather, what did we tell her to do?
We told her to have the battery, the starter, and the charging system tested because it sounded to us a lot like a bad battery. It sounded like it would start the car once, but not have enough juice to start it a second time if it stalled.
Well, let's find out. Alison, how's your breather, lass?
Hello, guys. My breather's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay, now, Alison, before you tell us anything, tell us whether we have to do the common Miranda thing. Have we ever spoken to you about this since that last phone call?
I've not heard from you guys at all, no.
And do you swear that you have not been influenced by us, our staff, or the Denver bagpipers local? No, huh?
No.
No.
Good.
So
what happened?
Well, what happened, I took the car and I checked out the battery, the alternator and everything.
Yeah.
And you guys were right. The alternator was dodgy.
Yay! We got one right!
You did.
So you had the alternator replaced?
Yeah, and then a week later, the oil pump failed.
Ah, well. That's just bad luck.
Yeah, I'm just going to get a new engine by the time I'm finished.
Anyway, we haven't talked to you in quite a while. How are things going in Denver?
Things are going well in Denver. It's still beautiful and working hard. So, yeah,
You're working.
And I've had so much feedback from the first time I was on.
Really?
That it's been really flattering. It's been lovely.
Did you meet any fellas yet?
A few nice gentlemen have been in contact. And
how nice.
Yeah, it's been really sweet. It's been really lovely.
Well, great. I wish you the very best, Alison.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for coming back.
No problem.
And don't lose that accent. It's charming. And good luck with your breather.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
All right, it's time to take a short break. You've been working way too hard.
So that means when we get back, you're gonna like knock our socks off with this week's brand new puzzler.
Sure, do it again. All right, I can take it. All right. Ha! We're back. You're listening to Car Talk with us, Click and Clack, the Tappert brothers, and we're here to discuss cars, car repair, and the new puzzler.
Yeah.
And this is one of the promised in the series of the string puzzles.
Oh, great!
Oh, I thought you were going to say,
I was looking
God!
forward to the string puzzle.
You don't even remember the string puzzle.
No, I don't.
You have in your possession 2 pieces of string. For the sake of argument, let's say they're each is a couple of feet long.
Got it.
Right? But it doesn't really matter, and they can both be different lengths.
Yeah. Okay.
And they are burnable like fuses. In other words, you could light either end of either of the strings, and the string would burn. So if you lit the end of one string, it would burn in an hour's time. It would take an hour for the string to burn from the beginning. Rather a slow burning fuse, but nonetheless,
Wow.
It would take an hour. However, there's a little wrinkle. the fuse or the string does not burn at any constant or predictable rate. For example, it might burn up 90% of the string in the first 5 minutes.
And then take 55 minutes to get the last piece.
Exactly, the last 10%. You don't know. Or vice versa, or any combination there, or it might speed up, slow down, da-da. You got it?
So all you know is that if you lit one end, the string would be gone in an hour.
Exactly.
I got it so far.
You could light, if you lit one end, the string would be gone. You can light either end, obviously, but it doesn't make any difference.
Sure.
The strings are symmetrical. Okay?
Yeah.
You might not think so, but if you lit the other end, it would also take an hour to burn. The question is,
But at a different rate, obviously.
with only a Zippo lighter
Yeah.
and these two strings, how would you measure 15 minutes of time?
15 minutes?
15 minutes.
Are you sure you got this right?
15 minutes.
15 minutes?
15 minutes!
Really?
Yeah. Now, there are actually two solutions to
Yeah.
this, and I will accept either one.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because coming up sometime in the near future is string puzzle number B.
Wow.
Which only has one solution. But
Well, I have to say that is a great. I don't care what the answer is. The question is wonderful.
well, we'll see. If you think you know the answer, write that answer on the back of a nice, crisp, new $20 bill.
With Andy Jackson's picture on it.
Yes, indeed. And send it to Puzzler Tower, Car Talk Plaza, Box 3500, Harvard Square, Cambridge,
Our Fair City.
Ma 02238, or you can email your answer to us from the Car Talk section of cars.com. If you'd like to call us, or even if you wouldn't like to call us, our number remains 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Hello, you're on Car Talk.
Hi, you have Bear in Worcester, Vermont?
Who? What?
Bear.
Bear?
Yeah, like the animal, B-E-A-R.
Yeah, we talked to
No
a bear
kidding.
once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey, great.
It was-
Your parents called you Bear?
Yeah.
That's because when they first saw you, that's how you were, man.
Well,
Bear.
not only that, but when I was younger, if I got angry, they called me Grizz, and the women would call me Teddy, but that's another story.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I do.
And what, pray tell, are their names?
Sabra, Shane, and Shannon.
Sabra.
Yep.
Like
Wow.
S-A-B-R-A,
S-A-B-R-A,
and Shane,
Shane, S-H-A-N-E,
and Shannon.
and Shannon.
And these are all brothers.
No, no.
Okay.
No kidding. And where are you from?
Worcester, Vermont. It's about 8 miles north of Mount Pelier.
Really?
Really.
Okay, man. What's up?
I got my last prosperous year was 1988. I bought a Grand Prix, brand new,
Yeah.
with a 2.8 engine,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got 206,000 miles on it, and I love the vehicle.
No kidding.
And about 3 years ago, I was one of those people that you heard about went across the country who got downsized, so money's a little bit tight, and I put not a lot of money into this car. It's been very good to me. But I went in to have a tune-up for the 6 plugs, and the guy says, "Gee, I got bad news for you, Bear." He says, they were platinum plugs that were supposed to go for 100,000 miles or something.
Yeah, now they're going to have to go for 200,000 now, right?
Yeah. He says the plugs are frozen into the block because you have an aluminum block.
Yeah.
And he says if I take those out, because he tried a torque wrench to take the plug out, and he's afraid that he's going to take the thread of the block with the plug.
Well, if he did that, that would be okay.
Really?
Well, because you can then rethread the cylinder head and put an insert in and put a plug in.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But what's more likely to happen is that he shears off the plug and leaves a piece of it. Well, what the worst case scenario is, and I've had this happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
You're
just
sheer-
think
you're
what would happen if you were doing it, Bear.
Yeah.
You'd put the wrench on it,
Right.
and it wouldn't work, so you'd go for the half-inch drive.
I hear you.
Right, then
And
you got
that
a piece of
wouldn't work,
pipe
so you
to
got a
slide-
piece of pipe, and you'd stick it on the end of the half-inch drive ratchet.
Right, and then you'd fell a tree to fall on the thing so you get even more leverage.
Right.
And once you've accomplished that, you'd succeed in shearing off the plug
Okay.
flush with the cylinder head.
So that the threads are still inside.
And worse than that, the center electrode falls into the cylinder.
Nice guy.
And I know
I called you guys for help, you know.
because I've done it.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's done this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone's done
Well,
this.
yeah, and I've mentioned this before in the show. This is one of the disadvantages of all these car companies that say you can go 100,000 miles with the same plugs in there. What they should say is you're going to go the life of the car with those plugs in there because you ain't ever going to get them out.
Right.
Because whether you have an aluminum cylinder head or cast iron, whatever, they just become one with the cylinder head.
There's no way, like, you can't heat the plug or anything else.
What heats them up more than running the engine?
Yeah.
We have tried with success repeated applications of penetrating oil.
Okay.
We use a stuff called X88. It's a penetrant made by Delco.
Okay.
And you spray the stuff on, and you do it like every day for, weeks and weeks, and, just a little bit.
And every couple of weeks, you throw the wrench on there, and you see if anything new is happening.
I follow you.
And when that doesn't work,
right,
you leave the plugs in there forever. I mean, after all, they're platinum plugs. They may last the life of the car.
Okay.
But I would just, if they don't come out by that method, I wouldn't run the risk of breaking any of them off in the cylinder head, because if they can't get at it to drill them out and put an insert in there, it's going to be a nightmare.
That's right.
And the three plugs on the backside, if they're the ones in question, I wouldn't mess with them at all.
Okay.
Just keep driving it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in good hands, Bear.
It isn't worth breaking them off.
No, I didn't think so. But like I said, I the first thing I couldn't understand is I don't mind spending the extra money to buy the plugs. And then I'm saying every car that they advertise today, the 1999s, they advertise you go 100,000 miles without changing your plugs.
They might as well say 1 million.
Yeah, that would be the biggest blunder of the 1999 model year. Mark my words.
I hear you.
If you have a car like this that has these long life plugs, you should take them out every year.
Right.
Take them out and exercise them. Break those bonds.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. All you got to do is loosen them up and tighten them up again, and you're done.
Oh, no, I agree, but I'll lay you money that people buying the new cars today don't do that.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. People who buy new cars today don't even open the hood. They have a way of checking the oil without even opening the hood.
Yeah.
Through the glove box. Good luck, Bear.
Good luck, man.
Thank you much.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
1-888.
We don't get a lot of calls from Vermont.
Or from bears.
Or from bears.
We've had a few snakes call, but not too many bears. 1-888-CAR TALK. That's 888-227-8255. Oh, we should have had Alison, the gal from Scotland, do our phone number.
Oh, man, call her back.
Right?
We should have everyone who's on Stump the Chumps do our phone number. Think about how much time it would save you.
Especially her with her beautiful accent.
Oh, man.
Next time.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, you're on Car Talk.
If not, we'll get Sean Connery.
There you go.
He's Welsh,
Yes. Hello, hello, anyone there?
Hi, it's Alison again from Denver.
Alison from Denver.
Alison! Excellent! This is great!
We need you to do our phone number.
And you have such a beautiful, beautiful accent that we could play it week after week. Of course, you'd get $150 every time we used your voice.
Right, of course.
Fat chance. So if you could just say, the number is 1-888-CAR-TALK. That's 888-227-8255 or 888-227-8255.
Okay, which one do you want?
You do
all of them. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want.
Whatever is most comfortable for you.
Okay. 1-888-227-8255. 1-888 Talk.
Oh!
Allison, thank you. We love you.
Thanks for being a good sport.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. Oh, man. Now, if we could only get someone to do the rest of the show.
Well, you just made my day.
And you made ours.
Thanks, Allison.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, it's happened again. You've squandered another perfectly good hour listening to Car Talk. Our esteemed producer is Doug, the subway fugitive, not a slave to fashion Berman. Our associate producer is Ken, the diaper slayer Rogers. Our assistant producer is Catherine. I'm having a bad leather day, Ray. Our engineer is Dennis the Menace Foley. And our technical, spiritual, and menu advisor is John Bugsy, Mr. Height, Sweet Cheeks, Donut Breath, Make That 2 Triple Cheeseburgers, Lawler, who happens to be here today.
Whoa, and are we ever happy.
And snoozing. Our customer care representative is Haywood Jabuzzoff. Our mortgage loan consultant is Nora Lenderby. Our staff chiropractor is Winston Payne. Our chief negotiator is Bernadette Bridge. And the manager of our donkey-based video equipment is Cameron Diaz. Camera on Diaz. Get it? No, I didn't think so.
I got it, yeah.
Our staff dietitian is Norma Lee Chowan. Our French child care coordinator is Gerard Diaper-Dew. And our chief counsel from the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham & Howe is Hugh Louis Dewey, known to the Olympic Committee as Huey Louie Dewey. Thanks so much for listening. We're Click and Clack, the Tappert Brothers. Don't drive like my brother.
And don't drive like my brother.
Don't drive like his son. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
And now, here is Car Talk Plaza's chief tax advisor, Mr. Vincent, or Vinny to you, Goombats.
All right, now, if you're looking for a last-minute deduction, order a copy of this week's Car Talk Show number 14 by calling 1-888-CAR-JUNK.
Whoa. I mean, what kind of deduction do you get from a tape of Car Talk?
Well, here's one. If you're the host of Car Talk and you are a moron, then therefore Car Talk must be hosted by a moron. How's that for deduction?
Vinny.
Hey, don't forget, you can also get our new puzzler book by calling the same number, 1-888-CAR-JUNK, or by visiting the Shameless Commerce Division at the Car Talk section of Cars.com. Want to hear some other deductions?
No.
Car Talk is a production of Dewey, Cheatham & Howe and WBUR in Boston.
And even though the Breitling team claims that we provided the hot air that allowed the balloon to circle the world, this is NPR, National Public Radio.
Support for NPR and the following message come from the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation, investing in creative thinkers and problem solvers who help people, communities, and the planet flourish. More information is available at hewlett.org.